What is up, you guys? My name is RVZ and welcome to Heart of the Woods. Now apparently this is a fantasy Yuri visual novel filled with magic, fairies and a ghost girl, and I totally did not just read that from the same page. Also this is only a demo version since the game is only gonna be released at the 25th of December? That's gonna be a hell of a Christmas present apparently. But anyway, it has cute artwork, it's a Yuri game, and it should be fun, right? So let's dive into it. In this demo you have the option to enable some adorable chibi guides to bridge the gaps between scenes, provide context and inform you of assets that are subject to change. Okay. We think they're pretty great, but if you'd prefer to just play through the scenes themselves, you have the option to keep them off. Yeah, I would like them. Hey, it's me, Tara, or rather, a cutesy, significantly more marketable version of Tara. And with me, as always, my equally marketable co-host, Maddie. Thanks for the compliment, I'm touched. We are going to be your guides as you play through this demo, given that the scenes you are going to see jump around a bit chronologically. We're going to provide some context to help make sure you have the best possible experience without spoiling the entire game for you. Oh, okay, that should be good. Also, if the devs don't have an asset done or something like that, we're going to tell you in advance so you aren't wondering why one of us is wearing an outfit we shouldn't be. Speaking of which, this scene takes place in our apartment. Why are you wearing a huge winter coat? For someone who gets her hair dyed at the salon but insists on cutting it in the bathroom herself in order to ensure she has complete control over her unique style, I don't think you have any right to lecture me about fashion. Besides, this scene isn't going to be in the final game. It would be a real waste of space to allocate time and resources to something that's only going to be in a demo, don't you think? Okay. Oh, okay. So this is better. Alright. So, next up. We've got Bigfoot Forever, who asks, are you single? What the fuck? Okay. I roll my eyes. We always get a few comments like this when we do a livestream. They never seem to bother Tara though. Oh, she's livestreaming? I mean, it's recording apparently. Yes, but only because I'm saving myself for Nessie. Next. Oh, as she looks at the next question, her eyes widen and her mouth turns upward into a worryingly smug grin. Oh, okay. Our next question comes from Damn Good Coffee, who asks, is Maddie single? Ooh, oh no. As she turns off the frame to look at me, I instantly raise my hand in protest. Tara, don't... Oh, I'm supposed to be Maddie? Wait, what? Before I can finish my sentence, she leaps from her chair and grabs my arm, pulling me towards her and nearly knocking the camera over in the process. As the shock starts to wear off, I struggle to get away. It's no use, her vice-like grip is impossible to escape from. Hey, you think someone this cute would have a girlfriend by now? Tara, I swear to God. I continue to fight in vain to escape, but she's locked in. She's available, ladies. You still got a chance. I'll pass any love-filled confessions onto her, I promise. Please do not do that. Her bit finished. She lets me go, and I retreat to my chair. She knows I hate being on camera, but I suppose it can't be helped. When she's in the zone, nothing can stop her. It's impressive in its own right. Let's see. Clown Princess 20 asks, what is your favorite West Coast cryptid? The Fresno Nightcrawler. It's just pants. It's just walking pants, I love it. Walking pants? What? Okay. Hang on. I'm posting a link to my video on it. Take this opportunity to educate yourself on what's really important in life. Looking at the clock, I motion for her to wrap it up. We still haven't gotten to the trip details. Okay. Looks like we've got time for one more. Fun Assassin says, Tara, what's the gayest cryptid? Her mouth widening into the trademark grin, she jabs her thumbs towards herself before poking two fingers out toward the camera. Me, obviously. watching the chat on my phone, I can't help smiling as I see the feed flooded with hearts and tiny rainbow flags. She always knows how to finish strong. Once the chat starts to calm down, she puts on the mock serious face, pursing her lips and furrowing her brow slightly. If I'm being honest, that's probably the closest to actually being serious she could ever possibly get. Now then, the reason I've called you all here today is to give you a few details on mine and Maddie's upcoming trip to... She looks at me for help. I don't even know why we bother rehearsing details. Eisenfeld. Eisenfeld, is that even how you pronounce it? I'm not even sure, but okay. I give her an absent-minded thumbs up, not looking up from my phone. Someone has to handle the actual logistics of this thing. Obviously, this isn't our first supernatural expedition. I'm sure you all remember our incredibly thrilling Mothman hunt? Well, okay. You mean running around West Virginia in the dark and nearly getting arrested for trespassing without finding a shred of evidence? I wouldn't say we didn't find any evidence. I just think it's impossible to verify whether or not what we found was conclusive proof or not. Anyway, the reason of this trip is a little different because we're going to be gone for a while. Our host Morgan, shout out to you if you're watching this, Morgan, was kind enough to offer us an extended stay in the area to make sure we take in every last bit of magic the forest has to offer. The reminder of the time committed fills me with a wave of regret. I really should have put my foot down harder when I said I didn't want to go. Taking a week-long trip here and there is one thing, but to uproot and move to some cabin in the middle of the freezing wilderness is a big ask, even for her. But I suppose given the circumstances, this should at least soften the blow. The other big difference for this trip is, and I hope you're all bracing yourselves, we won't be uploading videos until we get back. I watch her try not to smile as crying emojis fill the chat. Nothing more validating than knowing people are going to miss you while you're gone, I guess. But I promise, we're gonna bring back something that's worth the wait, okay. As she launches into an in-depth history of supernatural forest phenomena, I start to tune out. I've got some much more immediate problems to think about, namely, how the hell am I going to keep Tara in check during this trip? The last thing I need is for her to cause trouble while we're stuck in the middle of the woods. The train coming once a month means if something goes south, that could lead to weeks of headaches and awkwardness, or worse. It would be much easier to just let her go off on her own, let her clean up her own mess. I'd give just about anything to stay back here, even if it would be significantly more boring without her around. But cleaning up her mess is basically my job description, for now anyway. No, Sasquatch sightings are typically reported in more mountainous areas, but I'll keep my eye out for one. Oh, one last thing. And this is very important. While I'm gone, just remember that I seriously do love each and every one of you. None of this would be possible without all of you, and not being able to have you all be part of my life for a whole month is going to be as hard as for me as it is for you. It's another flood of hearts and pride flags. What? I can't help but be a little jealous of the fact that she can say things like that and actually mean it. I can't imagine being that invested in something like this, even if she's probably overestimating how important she might be in these people's eyes. I'm sure it means something to them. Just another reason for me to feel guilty about what I'm about to do. I suppose I'm thankful that I don't mean as much to them as she does, or this would be even harder. What do you mean? Are you not going? What? So, until I return, stay spooky everyone! She waits for one last burst of reverent comments before ending the stream. The responses are probably exactly what she was hoping for. We love you, Tara. Please do that. So cute, kawaii. Oh, no wonder her ego is as massive as it is. Much as I hate to admit it, I'm sure I'd be the same way. Well, probably. When everyone loves you, your ego goes through the roof for some reason. I don't fucking know. But yeah, she flicks the camera off and leaps from her chair, clearly still filled with energy. Okay, let's get ready for this thing. What do you mean? Well, for starters, I need to start packing. You haven't started packing yet? We leave on Monday. Oh yeah, you're right, I can pack then. Pack now. Fine. Her burst of energy now officially ready. What the fuck just up? Okay, Alright, that's how you pack stuff apparently, so okay. She starts dashing around the room and randomly grabbing clothes off the floor and throwing them into a suitcase. I need to stop letting her leave her laundry in my room. Okay, do you know where my meds are? That's one of those things you really shouldn't have to ask me, you know? That's kind of important. Do you though? I let out a long sigh and rub my temples. I guarantee that Tara-induced headaches are going to be the death of me. They're downstairs in the kitchen, on the counter. Shut the fuck up. Just fucking goddamn it. It's always a fucking car. Jesus, why do you even honk your horn in the fucking middle of the city? You shouldn't do that. It's not allowed, okay? If you're watching this, I'm going to come for you, okay? The next time you honk that horn. Anyway, you're the best manager ever. The words hit me like a slap across my face, my stomach knotting with guilt. I still haven't told her that I'm quitting after this. I keep meaning to, really, but I just know she's not going to understand. She's going to take it personally. There's no way I can tell her I'm quitting without her thinking there was something she could have done to stop it. I can't just wait, we're already out there, to tell her this is going to be the last time I do this with her. I have to do it beforehand. I should do it now. Get it over with. Tell her it's about school, not her. Tell her I'm conflicted about the whole thing and it's not something I'm taking lightly. Tell her I just need to move forward with my life. Not that it would make a difference. Hey, Mads. Huh? Are you okay? You kinda spaced out for a minute there. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm sorry, just thinking about the trip. You and me both. It's gonna be awesome, okay? So awesome. Yeah, I'm sure it will. Yeah, okay. Well, she's off again. Nearly vibrating with excitement as she tears the room apart, grabbing all sorts of random items that are apparently extremely necessary for the trip. I can only imagine what she's going to do in her own room. Okay. I can tell her now. I don't want to ruin this moment for her. Tonight, maybe. Or tomorrow. I just hope that at least a part of her understands. Oh man, that's kinda bad. I mean, you're just gonna leave your friend like that? I mean, like, yeah, life, you get to move on with life, but still, man. A winter wonderland. That's how this place was pitched to us, out of the middle of the forest, with an unpronounceable name, in a village that time forgot. In the email, it sounded like every other ghost hunter's paradise that we get messaged about, isolated and antiquated, with the tourism board encouraging hokey effects and gaudy billboards. Okay, the vast majority of those emails go unanswered. If Tara weren't so capricious, this one probably would have too. But no, something about journeying to the middle of nowhere for a month struck her fancy, and like always I let myself get dragged into it. So, here I am, for the last time. The train beats a slow monotonous rhythm beneath us. It's an older machine, the sort that looks like it's supposed to take us to a wizarding school. Or that should be in a museum. When I bought the tickets, I thought we'd be getting on something like Amtrak. Whoops. I shift in my seat. The tethered cushion and wood boards doing little to soothe the pain in my back. We've been on this train for 12 hours and I can feel every one of them in my bones. Tara's been out for the past 6, upright, but fast asleep. If the bumpy ride bothers her, she doesn't show it. The paperback she was reading dangles low in her hand, in danger of losing her spot in the book. I scup my feet across the floor, kicking at nothing. As tired as I am, I'm afraid for our journey to end, for Tara to wake up, to have to talk to her. I'm almost offended that she can sleep. She should be as preoccupied as I am, fighting off instructive thoughts and wondering what to say. You wouldn't know from looking at her that we've barely spoken for 3 days. That's how long ago I told her that this would be our last trip for the show together. That I was quitting once we got back home. Also, you did tell her. And you barely spoke to her. Well, that's not good. Everything since then. Packing, booking our tickets, finding someone to take care of the cat while we're gone. Happened in a blur. We've been cordial, but that's it. My heart hurts, but it tells me I made the right decision. Yawning, I lean back against my seat and pretend it's comfortable. The cushions are unnoticeable, nearly as firm as the wooden floor beneath us. A heater in the corner eems and hums like an old man, but it's not nearly powerful enough to fight off the chill. I desperately wish that I could sleep too, but one of us needs to be awake when we get to the station, and that should be any minute now. Plus, I've never been able to fall asleep on planes or trains anyway. My eyes are sore, and I rub one of them as I press my cheek to the cold window. Outside, it may as well be another world compared to the city we left behind. If not for the moonlight, I wouldn't be able to see anything, but the soft white glow makes the snow and nearby forest glisten like it's under some sorcerer's spell, a winter wonderland. The trees are all bare, save for the blanket of snow that covers them. Their empty branches look like something out of a kid's Halloween movie, shaking in the wind as if possessed. They seem to stretch on forever, farther than I can even see. It's more like an ocean than a forest. Morgan certainly wasn't exaggerating when she said this place was remote. Intermittent lights flicker amongst the trees in the distant darkness, which I assume come from either winter camps or hermits. I'd call them crazy, but I'm about to be doing the exact same thing. Something catches my eye. Way out in the woods, one of the trees, barely visible, seemed to shake in a different way than the rest, as if blown by a different breeze. A thin layer of frost is beginning to form on the outside of the window as I push my face against it, turning to try and find whatever it was I saw. It's gone though. It was almost certainly never even there to begin with. Either my eyes were playing tricks on me, or the moonlight was. I sigh and sit back again, allowing my eyes to barely close. I won't fall asleep. I'm jolted back into alertness as the train lurches harder than before. There's a shrill whistling sound, and then the shudders of the train grow stronger as we begin to slow down. The driver hit the brakes. We're almost there. Across from me, Tara is undisturbed. Somehow, she still hasn't dropped her book. Apparently, she's less clumsy when she's asleep. Through the frosted window, I can see the light of what must be Eisenfield as we approach the station. They're few and far between, like scattered stars. The buildings appear to be placed sporadically nestled on and around the hill. As we round the bend, the village goes out of sight once more. I can't really put this off any longer. I lean over and shake Tara's shoulder. Hey, wake up, we're almost there. Without opening her eyes, Tara mumbles in a response. How close is almost? Seriously? I don't know, couple of minutes? Okay, I'm getting up. She isn't getting up. I mean it. If you sleep through the stop, we are going to... I'm up, Matt. Okay. She finally opens her eyes. I cut off the end of my sentence, not sure if I was serious or not. We're not even there yet, and we're already snappy. God, I wish I could sleep. Just a little longer, I tell myself. You excited? A little bit. Lie. You? Kinda nervous still. What is there to be nervous about? We've done this 1,000 times. Yeah, well, this isn't like those other 1,000 times. And you know that. She shrugs again, not meeting my eyes. I don't know, Maddie. I'm sorry. Let's chill. Yeah, I'm sorry. We lapse into silence. At least, when she was asleep, it wasn't awkward. I just want off this train. I want to be distracted by going to the cabin and taking in the news sites. Any minute now. Hey, listen. Yeah? I know you're like, not super thrilled to be here. She pauses, likely hoping for me to disagree. I don't. But let's just be cool, okay? Let's just try and have a good time? I breathe a deep sigh and let it out slowly. She's right, I'm committed to this trip. I can at least make it easy on myself. Yeah, okay. Sorry for getting bitchy, I'm tired. I feel you. Hey, how do I look? Like you just slept 6 hours on a train? That bad, huh? She messes with her hair in some attempt to improve her state. The results are unnoticeable at best. Hopefully it's good enough for Morgan, Fisher. Morgan Fisher. What? If she's meeting her online hero or whatever, then I doubt she'll care that your hair is a mess. God, I hope not. I don't want to end up in some fashion faux pas vid. For real though, if she's super fangirly, then let's just let her get it out of her system. And hopefully she won't make things weird later. Making things get weird later is kind of our specialty though. Yeah, true. But hey, it got us to 250,000 subs. So like, we must have been doing something right. 250,000? Holy shit. I wish I had that. God damn. Maybe one day. Maybe one day, RVZ. Maybe one day. We'll see. Anyway. I just nod. I still can't help but fixate on how everything she says is past tense. It's over after this. It's fully my decision. All I have to do is say the words and things go back to normal. I doubt Tara would ever bring it up again. If I asked her not to, it would be so easy. What? Alright guys, I forgot to record an outro actually. I got so into the game that, yeah, time just flies by. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Let me know what you think about the game so far in the comment section below. And I hope to see you again.